Wendelins' Playtime. As long as the sun is shining, it's light almost everywhere. Only the shadows are dark. The sun and the shadows move at the same pace. The sun moves across the sky, the shadows move along the ground until the sun sets, and then the shadows are gone too. It gets dark everywhere, and night sneaks into the house, so Wendelin turns on the lights. Evening has arrived. Lights shining inside the house when it's dark outside make Wendelin feel all warm and cozy. It's a great time for playing. Today, Wendelin pulls the big box with the train set out of his toy closet. The configuration of the tracks is very important. Wendelin likes to make a figure 8. A train just going round and round in a circle is boring. A figure 8 has 2 circles, so the train can go in one direction and then in the other. That's why a figure 8 is so cool. Wendelin will explain this to anyone who wants to know. When all the pieces of the track are in place, he starts putting together all the stuff that goes around them. He uses his blocks to make different kinds of buildings as well as bridges for the freight trains to pass under. Wendelin loves his toys. How about you? Which toys are your favorites? Anybody can play with toys, Wendelin says, but I can play with anything there is. When Dad buys a new pair of shoes, Wendelin gets the box, and he makes a garage for his cars out of it, or he adds on to his zoo. The little stuffed lion or the plastic hippos or some other animal can always use a new place to live. Wendelin also has his Snuggie. I can even make Gernot out of my Snuggie, he says. Gernot is actually a knot Wendelin ties in his Snuggie. Then he puts his right pointer finger into the knot to make a puppet. Wendelin tells Gernot all kinds of things. Gernot is sort of like a little brother. Look, over there is where Magda lives. She and her mom just moved here. Wendelin's pointer straightens out so that Gernot can see, and then Gernot nods his little knot head. After Wendelin has told Gernot everything he wants to tell him, he unties the knot and smooths out his Snuggie. Then he folds it. He lays the bottom corners over the top corners, and then he lays the right-hand corners over the left-hand corners, and so on. The Snuggie gets smaller and smaller until it fits in the little box where it belongs. Nighty-night, Gernot, Wendelin says, closing the box. It's dark inside the box, but in Wendelin's room, there's still a little bit of light. The rest of his playthings want to be put away too, so Wendelin puts them away. Wendelin takes good care of his toys. That's 'cause they want to keep them forever and ever, he says.